What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. Today we're going to talk about, I just read an article in The Hill, and I just put out a video like 3 hours ago, and I was talking about the way things are going at the White House, and the White House is releasing more information. And I just thought it was funny because the response was quick. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance for travelers. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. All right, so I saw an article yesterday, and I did a video today about that article yesterday that was talking about the White House and how they are they're leaking information, but they're negotiating right now. So they're negotiating a future stimulus proposal. And part of that negotiation, they did mention the fact that, and when I say negotiating, they're pretty much talking back and forth. I'm sure they're talking with the Senate. I'm sure they're talking with the House, and they're trying to figure out what to do if we do another stimulus package, like what to have in it. And the White House has three major things that they want in it. They want the unemployment, the enhanced unemployment. They don't want to do away with it, whereas that was talked before, do away with it completely. Now they're more concerned with, they don't want to cut it off. They just want to reduce it. So it's not $600 a week. It's now going to be maybe $250 or $300. And so I did that video, just posted it 3 hours ago. And now what? I read in The Hill that the Senate Republicans are now open to not doing away completely with the enhanced unemployment, which, to be fair, they did not say that they wanted to do away with it completely. Initially, they just said that it has to be dealt with. And they no longer want to give people $600. But there was, I think they were kind of trying to play both sides here. I think they wanted to do away with it completely and not do anything, like not have $600, not have any money coming from the federal government. I think ideally that's what they wanted. They kind of put it out there like that, but they left themselves an out to say, hey, we're drawing a red line. The enhanced unemployment will be discontinued July 31st, but they were considering modifying it basically. But that wasn't that clear when they said it. So like I said, I think they kind of put it out there where if people were okay with it and they didn't hear too much coming from that, then they probably would have been like, okay, yeah, we're doing away with it. We said we were going to do away with it. But the way it looks now is they're kind of on board with the White House. Shocker, because I said that in the video that I just put out, that the White House has a lot of influence over the Senate, over Mitch McConnell. And so now they're kind of backing off, the senators are, and saying, yeah, you know what? It's probably a good idea for us to not do away with it completely and give them something, just ramp it down, or give them, that's what we're talking about, ramping it down. So going from 600 to 500 to 400. So each month it'll go down lower and lower and lower, or just that flat $250 or $300 per month. And so that's good. That's a really good sign. That means that they're listening to what the White House is saying, and hopefully they will try to get something together sooner than later. Now, we know the White House kind of put it out there that, early July is when they think that everything will be negotiated and they can go ahead and sign a bill. But I'm hoping sooner than that. And so we'll see what the Senate does. We'll see, now that they're talking about this, maybe they'll start talking about some other things too. And maybe we will see something come out before they go on their next recess on July 3rd. So we have to, fingers crossed, hopefully that's what will happen. But I just thought it was interesting, so I wanted to share that with you guys, that the Senate is they're now changing their tune a little bit. Like I said, they never said we're completely doing away with the enhanced unemployment, but they did put it out there like the $600 thing is not going to fly this next time. And that's what they're saying now. However, we have to see what happens in the next month, because unemployment is at what, 40 million people newly unemployed. The numbers came out today as far as the unemployment for the last week. I think it's gone down, which is good. It's gone down from 2.1 million people filed to I think 1.9 or 1.8 something million people filed. So it is going down, but it's still up there. And so you still have over 40 million people who are now unemployed. So they're going to have to do something with that. Now, the fact that some businesses started to come back online, obviously that helped, and they probably were able to retain their workforce or bring some people back. So that's all going to help. But we're still going to be in a situation where it's going to take time for people to get back to work. And some people are, unfortunately, they're not going to have jobs to go back to. And that's because businesses they're going to get smart, and they're going to start thinking, okay, we need to go more to machines, unfortunately, because machines are a lot safer than having a person there. So if we go to machines, that will help us in the long run. If we start modifying our restaurants and having smaller, you might have a large space, but having less chairs, less tables, and I've talked about this before, we all have phones now. They have computers now inside of some restaurants where you can use that to pay, or you can even use, some places will have it where you can order just using the computer. So you need less people there to do transactions and things like that. So we might be coming to that point where the businesses really start looking at this and say, hey, this is the future, and we need to protect our company by having these types of things, at least having them just in case emergency situations like this, having carry out, like a carry out window. Some restaurants you go to, Lucille's is one, they have a carry out window where you can go right up to the window. You don't have to go inside of the place at all. And so maybe they'll start doing that, start incorporating that more, maybe, and kind of pushing people more to the carry out feature. So we'll see what happens when it comes down to it. But it was just really interesting, man. I had to share this with you guys, because I'm like, what? Not one day goes by, and now the senators are changing their tune, and hey, yeah, you know what, we're open to it, and maybe we can kind of figure out a different way to handle this. At least they're talking. And that's one of the things that I mentioned in the last video, is senators do not talk very often. And so at least you hear them now out there. And there's several senators saying this, that they're still open to enhanced unemployment, looking at the current situation, looking at the protesting and all that stuff. They realize that there's a lot of stuff going on here, and we need to not just cut it off. So I want to know what you guys think, though. What do you guys think about the Senate coming out and saying that stuff? Do you think that they're going to move any faster? Let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one.